Welcome back to your local election headquarters. Joining me now is former U.S. Ambassador to Denmark, Greenland, and the Faroe Islands and candidate for U.S. Senate, Carla Sands. Ambassador Sands, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Jordan. Thanks for having me, and hello to your viewers.
We really appreciate you being here and answering some questions for our viewers here. First, I mean, the major news right now is about that leak from the Supreme Court. You know, as someone who's running as pro-life, and obviously a lot of the Republicans on that side are, what do you think this could potentially mean for a senator who will, you know, eventually take that spot of Pat Toomey?
Well, who would have thought this could happen 2 years ago? But so many people were praying for this outcome. The leak is grievous, and that person should lose their job and be censured. It's a terrible thing what they've done. They've broken the trust. It's a historical trust in the Supreme Court. But I allowed the Supreme Court justices who found constitutionally this was never something that should have been founded in a positive way in the Supreme Court. It's a states' rights issue, and every state is different. And so I think it's a positive step in the right direction. I will always vote in the Senate to protect life at the beginning of life and at the end of life. The radical Biden administration wants to have taxpayers fund abortion up until birth, and they want to do that at the federal level, and this is the right step to stop it.
So does this make this race, which has been important, it's going to be all eyes on Pennsylvania in November, but obviously right here in May as well, does that make it even more so important, the decision people are making this time around?
Yes, it does, because we know that I will protect life, and the Republican candidates will protect life. We have one Republican candidate that has not been in support of protecting life. In fact, it's Mehmet Oz, and we know that he has said publicly that that heartbeat that a baby has, he said it isn't really a heartbeat, it's an electrical impulse, but we know that's what a heartbeat is. And so I will always support life.
I want to talk about Dr. Oz. Obviously, a lot of criticism about him is about his ties to Pennsylvania. Does it dishearten you at all, or you know, kind of change your focus to the fact that he is leading in the polls, or he's up 1-2 with him and Dave McCormick? What is your response to that, and even got President Trump's endorsement?
Right. Well, I posted on Twitter about Turkey First when I met a young boy who had shot his first turkey on turkey season, and Twitter suppressed it and said this might be sensitive content. An hour later, it turned out Mehmet Oz had gone turkey hunting. So I think I'm living rent-free in his head, because he is definitely Turkey First. He served in the Turkish military, not the U.S. military, and he chose to do that. And of course, Dave McCormick has also flip-flopped on the issues that Republican voters hold dear. I call him China First, because he made billions in communist China, and you don't make billions in China without partnering with the Chinese Communist Party. They control the economy in China.
And obviously, at this point in the race, a lot of candidates are, you know, we're talking about the differences between everybody. Sure. So what do you specifically bring to this race that you think makes you the best candidate?
Well, sure. I'll just talk about one other candidate. There's one other conservative in this race, and I hope conservatives will support my campaign, because I'm ready on day one. This other conservative woman, her name is Kathy, she lost her last race to a weak Democrat in a red wave year by 20 points, and that's a landslide. They didn't steal that election by 20 points, and that's just 2 years ago, using the same playbook she's using now. I'm from central Pennsylvania. I'm from Cumberland County, and I practiced as a third-generation doctor of chiropractic alongside my father in Camp Hill. And then I went on to become the U.S. ambassador to Denmark, Greenland, and the Faroe Islands for President Trump. And I worked hard to secure our nation against Russia and China. I worked with the Department of Defense and with NATO. And we were so successful countering Russia and China that the Department of Defense gave me their highest civilian honor. It's called the Medal for Distinguished Public Service. We also worked to increase jobs here at home, and we increased our trade with Denmark over 43%. So I bring capabilities, and I pledge to the voters of Pennsylvania to always take my faith. I'm a faith-filled person, to take my faith to the Senate and take my business experience, foreign policy experience, defense policy experience, and also trade policy experience to the Senate, to always put Pennsylvania first and to vote in our values, because Pennsylvania is unique. We're a faithful state. We know that Pennsylvania is the keystone state. And I will vote always, is it constitutional? Is it good for Pennsylvania? And can we afford it? Because the federal government under Biden is out of control. The multi-trillion-dollar spending that they are implementing with these big bad bills stuffed with Green New Deal policy, this is causing inflation that's hurting our seniors and our working families. I'll work to stop that at the federal level and protect our farmers. Our farmers are being so overregulated with the Green New Deal. They want to regulate the water, everything about it, the methane. The fertilizer has skyrocketed in price because of Biden's war on Pennsylvania energy. I'll work to support that, and I'll always support the Second Amendment.
Well, Ambassador Sands, I want to thank you so much for taking the time and speaking with me and our
Thanks.
viewers this afternoon. Folks, May primary is this 17th. For all of your coverage leading up to primary day, check out other candidates. More information on Ambassador Sands, you can head over to our website, wearecentralpa.com. We'll be right back.